Welcome to the Appendix, where we read primary sources of the past so that you can better understand the present. Today's primary resource, the Second Charter of Virginia, May 23, 1609. During the first 3 years of its history, the affairs of the Virginia Company, both the Virginia and Maine plantations, were badly mismanaged. The Second Charter made some essential changes in the first. The London and the Plymouth companies were separated. The Royal Council was replaced by a Company Council, and control of the colony was vested in the Treasurer and his council. After reciting the grant of 1606, the Charter continues. Now, forasmuch as diverse and sundry of our loving subjects, as well as venturers and planters of the said first colony, have of late been humble suitors unto us, that we would be pleased to grant them a further enlargement, explanation of the said grant, privileges, and liberties, and that such councillors and other officers may be appointed amongst them to manage and direct their affairs, and are willing and ready to adventure with them, as also whose dwellings are not so far remote from the city of London, but that they may, at convenient times, be ready at hand to give their advice and assistance upon all occasions requisite. We do give, grant, and confirm to our trusty and well-beloved subjects, and to such and so many as they do or shall hereafter admit to be joined with them, in form hereafter in these present expressed, whether they go in their persons or to be planters there in the said plantations, or whether they go not, but adventure their moneys, goods, or chattels, that they shall be one body, or commonly perpetual, and shall have perpetual succession, and one common seal, to serve for the said body or commonalty, and that they and their successors shall be known, called, and incorporated by the name of the Treasurer and Company of Adventurers and Planters of the City of London for the first colony in Virginia. And we do also give, grant, and confirm unto the said Treasurer and Company and their successors, under the reservations, limitations, and declarations hereafter expressed, all those lands, countries, and territories situate, lying, and being in that part of America called Virginia, from the point of the land called Cape or Point Comfort, and along the sea coast to the northward 200 miles, and from the said point of Cape Comfort, all along the sea coast, to the southward 200 miles, and all that space and circuit of land, laying from the sea coast of the precinct aforesaid up into the land throughout the sea, to sea, west and northwest. And forasmuch as the good and prosperous success of the said plantation cannot but chiefly depend, next under the blessing of God and the support of our royal authority, upon the provident and good direction of the whole enterprise by a careful and understanding council, and that it is not convenient that all the adventurers shall be so often drawn to meet and assemble, as shall be requisite for them to have meetings and conference about the affairs thereof. Therefore we do ordain, establish, and confirm that there shall be perpetually one council here residing, according to the tenor of our formal letter patents. And further we do give and grant full power and authority to our said council, here resident, to nominate, make, constitute, ordain, and confirm by such name or names, styles or styles, as to them seem good, and likewise to revoke, discharge, charge, or alter, and well all, and singular governors, officers, and ministers, which already have been made, and also which hereafter shall be made by them, thought fit and needful to be made or used, for the government of the said colony and plantation, and also to make, ordain, and establish all manner of orders, laws, directions, instructions, forms, and ceremonies of government and magistracy, fit and necessary for and concerning the government of the said colony and plantation, and the same at all times hereafter, to abrogate, revoke, or change, as they, in their good discretion, shall think to be fittest for the good of the adventurers and inhabitants there. And we do further ordain and establish that the said treasurer and council here resident, and their successors, or any four of them being assembled, the treasurer being one, shall from time to time have full power and authority to admit and receive any other person into their company, corporation, and freedom, and further, in a general assembly of the adventurers, with the consent of the greater part, upon good cause, to disfranchise and put out any person or persons out of the said freedom or company. Also we do declare that all and every the persons being our subjects, which shall go and inhabit within the said colony and plantation, and their children and posterity, which shall happen to have been born within any of the limits thereof, shall have and enjoy all liberties, franchises, and immunities of free denizens and natural subjects within any of our other dominions, to all interests and purpose, as if they had been abiding and born within the realm of England. And forasmuch as it shall be necessary for all such our loving subjects, and shall inhabit within the said precincts of Virginia aforesaid, to determine to live together in the fear and true worship of Almighty God, Christian peace, and civil quietness, each with other, whereby every one may, with more safety, pleasure, and profit, enjoy that whereunto they shall attain with great pain and peril, we do give and grant unto the said treasurer and company, and to such governors, officers, and ministers as shall be by our said council constituted and appointed, that they shall and may from time to time, forever hereafter, within the said precincts of Virginia, have full and absolute power and authority to correct, punish, pardon, govern, and rule as such the subjects of us, and shall, from time to time, adventure themselves in any voyage thither, or that shall, at any time hereafter, inhabit the precincts and territories of the said colony. And further, in all questions and doubts that shall arise upon any difficulty of construction or interpretation of anything contained either in this or in our former letter patents, the same shall be interpreted in the most ample and beneficial manner for the said treasurer and company. And lastly, because the principal effect which we can desire or expect of this action is the conversion and reduction of the people in those parts unto the true worship of God and Christian religion, in which respect we shall be loath that any person shall be permitted to pass, that we should suspect to affect the superstitions of the Church of Rome, we do hereby declare that it is our will and pleasure that none be permitted to pass in any voyage from time to time to be made into the said country, but such at supremacy. Thank you for joining us for our primary source today. We will see you in the stacks.